Is Sadhguru's energy in Kailash? I was in Kailash once upon a time, a long, long time ago, and I was searching for a way to find Sadhguru there, his energy. I couldn't find it. Does it mean that his energy is not there or he hasn't contributed in some way, energetically, to that form? No, it doesn't mean that at all. What it means is Kailash is a gigantic conglomerate of energy. So much energy, all kinds of energy. In fact, we shall change the picture in the background. We shall make a small addition. Hopefully it will not fall. If it does fall, it won't be too bad. So this is Sadhguru and this is Kailash. If you don't know what Kailash is, it's a big mountain. I'm going to print a large picture of Kailash. The perfect picture in my opinion. Kailash is a conglomerate of energy, my friends, as I've said before. All kinds of energy, everything you can possibly think of, and more. It is overwhelming. It is like, maybe, going to get some groceries or maybe buying some lentils for the week, and you happen to walk into the largest lentil manufacturing warehouse on planet Earth. There are tons, hundreds of tons, maybe even thousands of tons or millions of tons of lentils waiting to be shipped out and ready to eat, ready to be sold to people. It's too much. You can't eat this even in one lifetime, even if you tried really hard. It's not possible. The same way Kailash is. It is so much energy, it's overwhelming. I've been to some energy spaces around the world, some nice temples. Right now I'm here in Toronto, Canada, enjoying the beautiful fall season. But back in the day when I was out and about, these energy forms in these temples, you can figure them out. You can understand them. Okay, it's like this. It's still very rewarding to sit in that presence. You can soak it in and enjoy the vibe and make use of it. But it's limited. To compare to Kailash, the most amazing temple, or some nice feminine deity temple, is like comparing a lollipop to a mountain. That's a horrible comparison, It's like comparing a little stream to the ocean. That's a little bit closer. Sadhguru has been to Kailash numerous times. You can see there's a picture of him in Kailash, standing right in front of it. I'm sure that he's added something to the mountain. It wouldn't be possible for him not to, because of his nature and his kind of spiritual attainment. Whatever energy he has, it's natural to contribute to that place. And lots of yogis have. As from my personal experience, every single side of Kailash has a different energy to it. Of course, naturally. The northern energy, the north face energy, is different from the east, south, and west. But the most available energy that you can feel that's so Shiva, well, all of Kailash is Shiva, don't get me wrong, but a place where it's unmistakable is the north face. It's like you're in Shiva's home. You're right in front of it. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's the front entrance. You can go to the side entrance, the east entrance. That's where he kind of relaxes and takes in the sun. That's also very nice. It's very pleasant for your well-being. Ah, this is nice. The south face of Kailash, that maybe is his tenant's place. His tenant lives there, Agastya Muni. You know, when I was there, I could feel the south face of Kailash is so strongly impacted by this man. It's like his side of things. If Kailash was Shiva's home, the south face of Kailash would be like Agastya Muni's one single room that he rents from Shiva. So he's there. But the most impressive side of Kailash, the one that is most felt, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself because the north face of Kailash is the most intense, the most overwhelming. Oh my God, wow, that's Shiva's home. But the west face of Kailash is something unique. It's more felt, I guess. I have to say it like this. And also, I feel that this west face of Kailash is the most contributed by other sages and yogis, and all of the beings that have ever walked, they put some stuff in there. Maybe it's because it's the beginning of the path as you walk around Kailash, and naturally as you're walking around this beautiful place, things start happening to you, and over time that place has gotten so much energy. Maybe it's a different way. But it was, as I was walking on this land, it's like I'm walking on Shiva's energy. It wasn't like that for the rest of the trip. It was only on the west face of Kailash, leading up to the north face. Maybe some of you have the answers to this question, or this comment that I'm making here. I would love to hear it. Let me know. So did Sadhguru contribute his energy to Kailash? Yes. And so did I, in whatever small way that I can. How? Well, energy is building up in my body. And once there's a surplus, once I can let some go, I let it go into an appropriate place. It's not even something that's consciously done. It's like when the right thing is needed, it happens. Similarly, sometimes you may consciously drink water. Oh, I know I should drink water because I don't want to get dehydrated. My doctor said so. But sometimes you just get thirsty and you reach for the water and you drink. So just like this. When the right thing started happening within me, energy just left and pervaded that mountain. This is like me taking 1 penny and throwing it into the World Reserve Bank. And I can say, oh, I made a difference. Well, yes, I made a difference by 1 penny. But it's not perceivable. The whole place, it's a mountain that is the most energized thing on the planet. You go there, you walk there, you spend a few minutes there, your whole body starts to vibrate with this energy. You get consecrated. It is so energetic. There's nothing that comes close. Well, there's Kailash of the south, the Valangri mountain. That's also been energized by Shiva, the Adiyogi. And I have a picture, nice visual aid for you. This is Sadhguru here. This is the Adiyogi. I have a small representation, a 1 foot tall representation. And this mountain is the Kailash of the south, or the Valangri mountain. And Shiva walked up here many thousands of years ago, or tens of thousands of years ago, and sat up on the peak for 3.5 months, did some energy work, climbed back down, and went up to his home in the mountains in the northern Himalayas, to Kailash. So this mountain has received Shiva's energy. He was there for some time, for 3.5 months. And this mountain reverberates with this very gentle, aggressive energy. It's just raw, powerful energy. It's also Kailash. It's also Shiva's abode. It's also Shiva's home. But it's not in... Let me think of an example. It's like I live in a home. It's a nice home. I have many rooms. But someone else is living in a palace or a kingdom. It's the same thing, really. You can live here, you can bathe here, shower here, eat here, do whatever you need to do, daily activities here. But it's not the same as living in a palace or a kingdom, or even a mega mansion or a large mansion. It's kind of like, that's the closest example. So it's the same thing in essence, but Kailash has way more, much, much more. Like by a factor of 10, maybe. And not just Kailash of the south is singular. It's a one, unidimensional. It's just this raw intensity. Well, if you go into it, the whole universe is there. But unlike Kailash, the northern Kailash, the actual Kailash, or the planet's Kailash, is a library of everything. It is everything. Sadhguru says that Kailash is like a library with 100 billion books. I can see that, but those are not my words. I would say that Kailash is everything. It's everything. Everything you can possibly be inside of this, Kailash has it, and much more. Every possibility you can explore in this whole physiology, in this whole energetic system, Kailash is that, plus 100 million times more. It is, you're thirsty? Let me take you to the largest freshwater lake on planet Earth. Drink. You can drink until your stomach is absolutely full to the brim. You wouldn't have made a single drop's difference, realistically speaking. Kailash is much more than for human well-being. It's much more than what a human being can take advantage of. A lot of beings in this existence can make use of Kailash, as they do in the Manasarovar Lake, which, fortunately for you, I have some water of Manasarovar. And I'm yet to change the bottle. I have to find an appropriate bottle and a vessel to place this in. But this is Manasarovar water. It is like glistening with light, this water. Nice spiritual light. I would never drink this. This came from the lake. Probably has a bunch of bacteria in it, but that's Manasarovar water for you. And I'm going to split it 50-50, give half to my mother and half to myself. So these beings take advantage of the fact that Kailash is there, and they make use of it. Lots of beings can make use of Kailash. When Shiva was alive, he had the Ganas around him. I'm sure they made use of Kailash and maybe still are making use of Kailash. I'm making use of Kailash to this day. I had a dream about Kailash just this morning. I will print a large picture, maybe the size of this table, and probably places behind the Adiyogi for visual reference in the near future, because Kailash is my whole life. Kailash just happens to be my legal middle name. You know, people say, oh, Danger is my legal middle name. My name is Kailash, or mine is Kailash. It is the most powerful thing that there is in existence, we can say, because there really isn't anything more powerful that you can see. Oh no, my God is more powerful. Show me. Show me. I can show you Kailash. I can show you the mountain. We can go there. I could take you there today or tomorrow. And you can feel the effects. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the most confused individual on planet Earth. If we just shove you in there, you're going to understand the magnitude of it, the sheer power of it, the presence of it. And for sure you're going to understand when you leave. Because that's what happened to me. That's the contrast. When you leave, when I left, it was like, oh my God. You've been living life, eating food, maybe you're a little bit poor, and then somehow somebody invited you to a palace, a king's palace, where everything is in abundance. Everything means everything. There's not even a thought of lack or fear or of anxiety or of any negativity. It's impossible there. And you've sat there for 1 week and you just ate the delicious food and you got accustomed to it, sleeping in the nice bed, waking up to the sunrise, having attendants take care of you, the most amazing, luxurious bathroom. And then, 1 week over, time to leave. Back into the scraps. Oof, you're going to understand the difference there. Reach out to me for a spiritual consultation, folks. Only for the price of 100 United States dollars. I can offer you many spiritual services. If you're struggling with things in your life, if you're seeking guidance, seeking someone that understands you and can clearly see you, well, this is the opportunity that you have. And I will make sure to make it worth the money that you invest in me. That's it. Have a good day. See you in the next video.